Hi there and hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of our feature with Carl J. Danielsen, the writer and composer of theater music. An album that you can find on all major distributors. He assembled some of the best voices I've heard on the, I listen to a lot of these albums, and this is the voices. It's the voices for me. It's the storytelling. It's the risk you took. It's the fact that you can play in all the spaces and paint with all the brushes. I really, really value your artistry in the world. I think there's, as we say in the church, oil in them fingers. Hallelujah. So I just love it. We're here this week to feature the third track on Carl's album, Theater Music, Planned in the Stars. Now, what's the story behind this track, Carl?
So this is the opening number of Pride and Prejudice, When a Vampire Loves a Werewolf. It is actually a very serious retelling. It's a comedy. Pride and Prejudice is a comedy, but you can probably tell from the title that there's some meat on the bones. So this is a very this kind of sets the tone. I didn't want to sense that this was going to be making fun of the vampire werewolf genre. I wanted to set the tone. So Bingley, in the Jane Austen novel, Bingley has just arrived in town, and he's the eligible young bachelor with lots of money, and all the women are looking to him. In my version, he's just become a vampire. So he's a newly turned vampire, turned actually by Darcy, who's one of the other major characters, and he didn't realize what he was getting into. You know, it sounds great to be a vampire until you realize you're going to be this way forever. And he's kind of regretting the situation. He has money and he's away from everyone, but he now needs to figure out what he's going to do with his new situation. So it's upstate New York, and the play starts with him. He sleeps in the cellar, and it's nighttime, and it's a new moon, which means he's been a vampire for a month. And he comes out of his cellar, and he realizes that Darcy has planted a mistletoe tree, which is a sign to ward off werewolves. And he doesn't want the mistletoe tree. He wants to meet his neighbors. He wants to meet people. And he's all alone in the world, a young man. He was in Colombia. And so this song describes his journey trying to figure out what he's going to do next, what he's going to do with his life, or death, or immortality, better.
This is Planned in the Stars from Theater Music by Carl J. Yes.
Sung by Nigel Huckle from Australia. Brilliant young singer.
Planned in the Stars.
A sliver of silver, a new moon in the sky, reflecting, reminding me how time passes by. I stare at the starlight that's traveled through the years. I hear how my heart beats when the moon appears. Some people say it's planned in the stars, but we are who we love, how we die. And others think we're meant to pursue what we want, to talk back, to defy. I think that if it's planned in the stars long before I was born, it's my right to feel the way I feel, and to laugh at the stars, and to fight. A flash and a flicker, self-perception grows. A glimpse and a glimmer, the truth usually blows. I knew what I needed to do. Shut my eyes, denying, defying the facts with my own lies. How can it all be planned in the stars when you know that you've made a mistake? And if you got to live it again, you would know the right choice you should make. I got to let it go, I hold on to a hope, to a dream that can't be. A dream that isn't planned in the stars, or at least it is not planned for me. The loving, the longing, the dumb romantic dream, the torture, the torments, not as cool as they seem. So what if it's all planned in the stars and I know that I made a mistake? I'll never get to live it again. Now I know the right choice I would make. I've got to let it go, I hold on to a hope of a dream that can't be. And if I let it go, there'll be room in my heart for what's planned now for me.
Wow, Carl.
Shall we tell Lady J 215, who I think is Aaron?
Yes.
Did I follow that right?
Yes.
Yes, this is the opening number to a show called Pride and Prejudice, When a Vampire Loves a Werewolf. Yeah.
Sunflower says the scene I can see in my head is him walking around the cellar looking at the moon. That was so good.
What I picture, he's just gotten up for the night, right? And he's by a campfire, outdoors, in his boxers, playing the guitar. Oh, we just got Andre.
Look, I want to take a sip of water. Where can I watch it? I want to watch it too.
I know, me too.
I need to be on HBO though.
Right.
We're joined by Carl J. Danielsen, my friend. Whoa, what?
I forgot one important ingredient of that track. Tad Debrock. You've heard him on the album for, he's the guitarist. You've heard him on the album for Spring Awakening and the Godspell Revival and many others. What a spectacular, amazing musician. I just saw him. He was playing for The Secret Life of Bees. World-class guitarist.
World-class.
Yep. Tad Debrock.
And I'm with Tara too. I wrote it down. I wrote down on my notes. I said, "This man's voice. What a voice!"
He just played Tony in West Side Story in Australia. Well, I think he has dual citizenship, and he does work in the United States as well.
Amazing. Aaron, I want to watch it too. The reason why we're here is because Carl is fantastic, and I can't wait to see all the places where he's going to go. We're joined this week by Carl J. Danielsen, the writer of theater music, available on all major platforms. Carl, where can they find your music and find out more about you in the World Wide Web?
CarlDanielsen.com or CarlJDanielsen.com.
We love him, everybody. This week's song was Planned in the Stars as part of Theater Music by Carl J. Danielsen. We'll see you next week.